Most points in a single game by a defenseman. Paul Coffey holds the record for the most points scored in a single game by a defenseman, recording 8 points, 1 goal, 7 assists, in a game in 1986. Maurice Richard, the man behind the legend. Maurice Richard, also known as the Rocket, was a Canadian professional ice hockey player who played for the Montreal Canadiens in the National Hockey League, NHL, from 1942 to 1960. He is considered one of the greatest hockey players of all time and is a legend in the sport. Early life and career. Maurice Richard was born on August 4, 1921, in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He grew up in a working-class family and showed an early talent for hockey. He played for the Montreal Canadiens junior team before making his professional debut with the team in 1942. Richard quickly made a name for himself in the NHL with his speed, skill, and scoring ability. He was known for his powerful shot and his ability to find the back of the net. In the 1944-45 season, he became the first player in NHL history to score 50 goals in a single season, a feat that was not matched until the 1970s. The 1950s were a dominant decade for Maurice Richard. He led the league in scoring multiple times and won numerous awards, including the Hart Trophy as the league's most valuable player. He helped lead the Montreal Canadiens to multiple Stanley Cup championships, solidifying his reputation as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. Off the ice. Despite his success on the ice, Maurice Richard faced many challenges off the ice. He was often the target of rough play by opposing players and was not immune to injuries. In 1955, he suffered a serious injury that forced him to miss part of the season, leading to speculation that his career might be over. Richard's impact went beyond his playing abilities. He was a hero to many fans, especially in Montreal, where he was a symbol of French-Canadian pride. His success on the ice helped break down barriers for French-Canadian players in the NHL and inspired a generation of young athletes to pursue their dreams. Legacy. Maurice Richard retired from professional hockey in 1960 as one of the most accomplished players in NHL history. He held numerous records, including the most goals scored in a single season and the most points scored in a playoff series. He was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1961, cementing his legacy as one of the all-time greats. After his playing career, Richard remained involved in hockey as a coach and ambassador for the Montreal Canadiens. He passed away in 2000 at the age of 78, but his legacy lives on in the hearts of hockey fans around the world. Maurice Richard will always be remembered as a trailblazer in the sport of hockey. He paved the way for future generations of players and inspired countless fans with his skill, passion, and determination. He will forever be known as the Rocket, a legend whose impact on the game will never be forgotten.